to my channel and you guys see the brown wig, so you know today story time. I don't have my backdrop up. You can see it in the background, y'all, but I was like, fuck it, I don't even feel like doing all that. So I'm just chilling. I'm on this chair. It's kind of like you can hear it. So if y'all start hearing little creaky noises or whatever, it's just my chair. Really don't know that much about me. My mom and my dad were separated while I was growing up. So I had, I had step parents and blah, blah, blah. So on my dad's side, I had a stepmom, or I have a stepmom, and I have two brothers from my, from that side of the, you know what I'm saying? But they were already like born and, around before they got married. So when I think I was like,
don't come in the kitchen for 20 minutes. I'm making y'all a surprise treat.
all right. So when I was like 9, my dad had got me married, and she already had 2 previous sons from relationships she had been in previously. And I'm just gonna use their names because, it's whatever. But their names were CJ and Tori. I think Tori was like 19 when I was 9, and CJ was like maybe 20 or 21. I can't really, I can't really remember. I'm gonna tell the story time about the time that I told my stepmom that my brother was expecting, and I didn't know that she didn't fucking know. I didn't know. All right, so it was, by this time we had already I think already been like a year or so with them being my stepbrothers and us going to see our dad. I have sisters, so me and my sisters going to see our dad and stuff. It had been like a year. We was acclimated, big word again, you feel me? But we was already acclimated. We got around. It was already like a very much so sibling bond. So we used to bring the weed to my dad's house, and we had the game Super Mario Smash Bros. And my brother CJ will always play the game. Like, it was like we couldn't even play it. We brought it for us. Like, what's up with that? But he used to always be on the game. And sometimes in return, he would be like, if you're in the game, like, you can go to my room and watch TV. Because when he plays the game, he would have to use the living room. And we wouldn't have no way to watch TV. So he was like, just use my room. So one day, nothing. It was routine, clockwork. He comes in, we're chilling in the living room. He's like, hey, can I play Super Smash Bros? We're like, CJ, like, fuck out of here. We're watching TV. Like, get up out of here. But he's like, I want to play the game. I'll let you guys go in my room. Like, whatever. So it was like, all right, shit, like, whatever. So we let him play. And it was me and my other sister. And we go into his room. Now, let me tell you something about their rooms, okay? Boys, honestly, are so disgusting and so fucking dirty. Because every time we would go into, honestly, both of their rooms, we was like finding the most random stuff. Like, it would be like random like undergarments and stuff. We'd be like, who was in the house? Like, what's up with you? Like, or it was little like, nasty magazines. Like, girl, their rooms was just, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, what's up with that? But so we get in there, and even though we were supposed to watch TV, I ain't even gonna lie, we used to snoopity doop doop through their stuff. Because, like I said, it was just always something in there. Like, we was always finding little like games. Because my sister, she had a PSP. This was back in the day. But she had a PSP, and we had like Game Boys and stuff. So we used to like find like games or like Donkey Kong for the Game Boys. Like, I don't know, we just always used to find stuff in their room that we would like low key finagle and bring to the house. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Siblings always take other siblings' stuff. Like, y'all know. If y'all got siblings, y'all know. So, this one day in particular, we was in the room. I think we was watching, like, Wipeout or Wild 'N Out. Like, one of the two. I just know it was something with a W. I had lost the remote. Or I had lost something that went to the TV. So, we was like, okay, well, we're looking around the room. We're not snooping this time. Like, we weren't snooping. So, we started looking for the remote. And we was like, yo, we cannot find this remote. Like, what's going on? And, while I'm looking for the remote, I'm like, girl, let's snoop. Like, we already halfway there. We already there. We start snooping, we're like, shit, fuck the remote. Like, we doing us now. This is regular. We was always in the tea because my brothers were so interesting. Like, they were just so interesting and entertaining. So, CJ had this little after he graduated, he had this like car. It was like a toy car, and it was like little figurines in there. And when you press the button, it played Riding Dirty. It was like, trying to get me riding dirty. And the thing would jump. And I don't even know. But I was looking for the car so I can like press it and play it with it or whatever. And it was on his dresser. So I went over to the dresser. I pressed the button. I'm dancing. I'm like, you know, fucking 9-year-old shit. And then I'm like, should I go through his dresser right now? Like, should I even violate right now? But then my sister was like, girl, let's do it. So I'm like, all right. So we opened his dresser. And they used to have snacks and stuff in their dresses and stuff too. So it was like, we was looking for whatever. Y'all, listen, we've never snooped that hard until this day, which is why I feel like we was supposed to do this. I don't know what it was this day, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like God was like, girl, do your thing and let the truth be found, child. So we like, all right, sure, we gonna open the dresser. We open the dresser. It was like drawers. We was not touching that. We closed that dresser right away. We opened the next one. It was like regular t-shirts. So we like going through it or whatever, being 9. And like, just listen, I was 9. My sister was like a year older than me. She was like 10. So we didn't really know too much better. So like, just don't drag me in the comments. Like, don't drag me. I don't do this no more. I changed. You feel me? Like, I'm not snooping no more.
I am delivered.
So we going through the dresser, we going through the clothes, and then I hear a little while I'm moving the t-shirt. Girl, we got props and shit. So I'm like, what was that? So I go back, you feel me? I'm trying to find the noise now. I'm like, shit, we done hit the jackpot. I pull out, you know, the box, and it say pregnancy test. And I'm like, Now, I was 9, but I could read, you feel me? Like, I was real, I don't know, man. I'm a reader-ass bitch. I do the reading. So, I knew I wasn't reading it correctly. You know, none of the words was coming off wrong. It said pregnancy test. You did what I'm saying? So, I'm like, oh, okay. And I shook it out the box. Like, what's next? So, I take it out the box. And it had the plastic coat on. Now, I was smart enough to know one part of this I ain't supposed to be touching. So I kind of grabbed it like on the sides, you know, trying to be, you feel me? Because I just seen it on TV like you pee on this. So I was trying not to be too touchy. And it had, you feel me? I think it had 2 lines. 2 lines means you're pregnant. So it had 2 lines. And I'm like, I'm like, is he? So I put it back in the box, and I'm like, you know what, girl? Let's not snoop no more. Like, I like this show. Let's just watch this show, or just go back to the living room and watch CJ. Like, it's whatever. I hadn't showed my sister or anything. I don't know where she was when I had found this, because she was definitely digging in the drawer too. But I just knew that I was the only person that knew, right? We decided to go back to the living room. We're watching CJ. Eventually, he gets off the game and he goes back to doing what he does. My other brother gets home. We're all chilling. I'm waiting for my stepmom to get home so I can tell her, like, hey, did you know bruh cuz was expecting a little bruh cuz? Like, did you know this? Like, what's tea? I didn't necessarily think that she didn't know, just because, you know, I'm 9. So I'm like, ain't no way someone's pregnant and you're just not telling nobody. Obviously, she didn't know. But girl, listen. I was 9 trying to be, I don't know, man. I don't even know. The day goes on. My stepmom comes home. You know, I think she was at work or something. I don't even know where she was. But she came home. And I go up to her. You know, I give it like an hour or some change. And I go up and I'm like, hey, I gotta show you something. And she was like, oh, okay, like, the fuck? So she follows me to my brother's room. And I don't think he was here. I think he was, like, out and about with some friends or something at this time. So I go into his drawer. And, you know, just like I left it, the box was there. So I gave her the box. And she was like, you know, she took the box. She was like,
oh, hell no.
Like, she was looking at it crazy. She takes the thing, the little pregnancy test out the box. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, it's crazy, right? And I'm all excited. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, 9-year-old being dumb. Like, oh my God, I was so dumb. She's like, oh, did he show you this? Like, how did you find this? And I was like, we were looking for the remote. And, you know, like, trying to not make it obvious we was snooping, but she knew. She's like, oh, okay, thank you. And, you know, she puts it away, whatever. My brother comes home that night. Nothing happens. Honestly, I can't recall. I feel like I should be able to remember this because I just remember it being like a moment. Story short, they had a chat and it was kind of, you know what I'm saying? She was like, why wouldn't you tell me what the fuck? You know, I can't really remember verbatim what had happened, but child, I snitched. And was he mad at me? I don't know. I don't even know to this day if he knew that I was the one that told her. So, my bad, CJ. Sorry, like, I don't know. That was the story. And let me know in the comments below if you guys have ever, like, told or spilled the beans on accident on purpose, and how it went. Because, honestly, y'all, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because I know definitely now, if I see something like that, lips sealed, girl. I'm shit. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time with me because, child, you could have been anywhere else. But, you know, you're here and you're watching me, and I thank you. So, like always, be kind to others. And at the very least, girl, be kind to yourself. And I will see you in the next one.